Good morning students. In this video we are going to see the second unit. The chapter is offer. First we will see the definition of and meaning of offer. The meaning of offer is one person propose the other person for creating the offer. It is called as meaning of offer. An offer is a proposal by one party to enter into a legally binding agreement with another. And the next one is definition. In this definition we can create the offer for doing the certain things or not doing the certain things. So the offer may be for doing any activity or for not doing the activity. So once a person is accepted, then it is called as a offer and acceptance. I will tell you an example. A is a person, say to B that will you purchase my car for rupees 1 lakh. So A is making the offer to B for getting the willingness from B for the getting of rupees is 1 lakh. So if you want to create the offer for getting the assent from the opposite party, that is called as offer. Here A is offerer and B is offeree. So A is making the offer. A for whom he is making the offer is called as B. The next is what are the parties involved in the offer. According to section 2C, the person who making the offer is called as offerer, proposer or promiser. So the person to whom he is made is called as offeree or proposee. So in the previous example we saw A and B. So here A is the offerer, proposer or promiser. B is called as offeree or proposee. In case the B is accept the offer, then he is called as the acceptor or promisee. I repeat once again. Once B is accept to purchase the car, then B is called acceptor or promisee. Next we are going to see the essentials of valid offer. We will see the first essentials of valid offer is terms of offer must be clear, definite and complete. So you know what is clear? Clear means it is easily understandable by the opposite party, then it is called as clear. What is definite? Definite means the terms of the offer or it must be definite. It must be possible, then it is called as a definite. And it should be complete. I want to sell. This is a offer example. I want to sell, but he is mentioned what are the products, what are the goods he is going to sell, what is the amount. He did not mention the full details of the offer, then it is not complete. So if it is not complete, you cannot create a valid offer. So the terms of the offer must be clear, definite and it should be complete. And here you see one example. A is a person, he want to sell you a horse. So you want to sell a horse, but he owns 6 horses, but he going to sell horse, but he is not mention the name of the horse and the amount. So the offer is vague. The opposite party cannot understand the offer properly. So it is called as invalid offer. So the offer must be created in a clear, definite and complete. And the next essential is legal relationship. Legal relationship means you know very well, if there is an enforceability, then only it is called as legal relationship. If it is the agreement in social nature, you cannot create a legal relationship. The case law is Balfour. I already explained in the essentials of valid contract. Again I will explain this case law. Balfour means on husband and wife. The husband is providing a personal allowance of rupees 1000 for every month for the household expenses. Afterwards he refused to give that personal allowances of 1000. Then wife file a case against husband. The court dismiss the case because of this is a social agreement. So the offer must intend to create a legal relationship. The third essential is An offer may be distinguished from, you have two divisions in the third heading, third essential. The first one is a declaration of intention and announcement. A declaration means it is one information conveyed to the other person, that is called as, it's an information, but it's not a offer. For example, if you are giving an advertisement in newspaper regarding beauty competitions or sports or auction sales, these are just a declaration to the public that these are the competitions going to be conducted. So these are the announcement, these are the declarations, they are not called as an offer. Once if you are accepted that invitation, if you are accepted that advertisement, for seeing the advertisement you go for that competition, you are registered for that competition, then only that advertisement is converted into offer. Next one is an invitation to make an offer or to business. In shop you already saw in shops they are displaying the windows like 10% discounts or 20% discount. This is the way of attracting the public to make an offer. These are the ways to attract the public. So these are called as an invitation, or it is called as display. So you can make it as one more example. When it's like in business we call it as quotations, catalogs, pamphlets. So these are called as a invitation to make an offer. These are called invitation. Once you accept that invitation, then you are giving your quotation for the particular contract, then it is called as an offer. The next is offer must be communicated, fourth or essential. So as a person, you are the offerer. Offerer means, for example, A must be communicated to the B regarding the offer, then only B can accept the offer. If you are not communicated the offer to B, that means opposite party, how we come to know that you are making one new offer? So without communication, the opposite party cannot be understand the offerer. So once you communicated to the opposite party, once it reached, then only it is called as an offer. The next one is offer must be made with a view to obtaining the assent. If you are creating the offer for doing something or not to do something, but in a view to getting the assent. Assent means willingness from the opposite party. Then only it is called as a valid offer. Then when we can get the acceptance from the opposite party. The next one is offer should not contain a term the non-compliance of which may be assumed to amount to acceptance. It means one person not communicated. You are making that offer, you are communicated to the offer, but the opposite party is not communicated. They are not giving the acceptance. If, for example, if you are giving 1 week time to accept the offer, okay, the 1 week is over, but the B is not communicated. So the offer comes to an end because he is not giving the acceptance. But you cannot take it as a acceptance if it is not responded within 1 week of time. Sometimes they are told no, the silence is amount to acceptance. So likewise you not consider as silence is not amount to acceptance. Once they are communicated only, it is called as an acceptance. The next last one is a statement is not an offer. If you convey the informations you are discussing with your friends, these are called as a statement. So here we are seeing one case law is Harvey vs. Fayese. So Harvey is a person and Fayese is also a person. Harvey sent a telegram that, will you sell us bumper hall pen, telegraph lower cash price. Fayese replied by telegram, lowest price for bumper hall pen was 900. Then Harvey then replied, we agreed to buy bumper hall pen, but you have to send your title deed. Here in this third telegram, the Fayese must be replied, but the Fayese is not replied to Harvey regarding this offer. So the court is dismissed because of there is no evidence of an intention of Fayese, because there is no final statement. So thus these two persons are just convey the statement, They not come to the conclusion of offer. So the statement is not called as an offer. Next we are going to see about types of offer. The first type is express offer. Express offer means if you are making the offer in words spoken or written, then it is called as an express offer. In case if you are not, next one is implied offer. If you are not made by words spoken or written, then it is called as an implied offer. Example is a passenger entering a bus. If you are not taking the bus tickets, then it's come to a legal relation between the government and the passenger. Then it is a valid offer. The next one is specific offer. Specific offer means you have created one offer to a particular person. For example, A is making the offer to B. If it is B is not accepted, then offer comes to an end. This offer is not acceptable by other person. It's only created for a particular person or for a specific person, then it is called as a specific offer. The next one is general offer. General offer means any person can accept the offer. It is called as a general offer. In case if you are making the offer in the newspapers, like in online medias like Facebooks, like WhatsApp, like this is called as a general offer. One case law is Carl Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. This is on case law. In this case law, Carl is a person and Carbolic Smoke Ball Company is a company. So the company is advertised one medicine, and then if you are taking this medicine, if you get influenza, we will be rewarded. This is the advertisement. Then this person, Khalil, is a person, he is accepting the offer and he is ready to taking that medicines, and after he is taking the medicines as per the directions given by the smoke ball company, after that he is infected with influenza. Influenza is like a viral infections. Then he got influenza, then the company is giving the reward to the Khalil. Next is cross offer. Cross offer means a person make an offer to another without knowing the offer. So in this example, B offered to purchase a car of Mr. A before knowing the offer made by to sell the car to Mr. B. So B is willing to purchase a car from Mr. A, but A is going to sell the car to B. So both are in the same direction, they have a same thing in the same sense, but they are not, without knowingly they are interested to purchase the car. In this next type is counter offer. If a person makes an offer, interested of accepting the offer, but they are not purchased that particular product. Here A is offered to sell his green color car to B, but B is offered to purchase A's white color car. So here the aim of the contract get different. The color of the car is get different. So it's not in the same thing in the same sense, because A is offering green, but B is try to purchase the white color. So he is not interested in that particular, because he is not interested to purchase the green color car. So here the subject matters get different. So it is called as a counter offer. Thank you for watching this video.